hopefully. If it wants to go live. Because right now the only thing it says is scheduled. Okay. Okay, it's back live. Okay. So let me just do a quick recap so far. Johnny Gargano qualified by beating Aleister Black and making Wade Barrett submit. And then the other one cut out before the end of the match, and we didn't know because whatever reasons. But Gunther powerbombed Cena right onto his head and got the pin off of that while Christian was down on the outside. We are already in the... You have already started the next match with Lyra, Soul. It'll add more time. I would have to check the thing. And right now, what is the camera doing? There we go. I hate that I didn't get the banger of a match that was Cena, Gunther, and Christian. Yeah, hopefully. Going for the kendo stick under the ring, even though there's one already in the ring, although that one might be broken. That one is broken, never mind. Oh, I know they don't. Ooh! Spinning back kick there. Carey kicks at it too. Lyra slamming Soul. Lyra missing. And Soul getting her into... I thought it was going to be a submission, but it's just a neck breaker. Crossbody off the top rope or middle rope. I don't know which one it was. Lyra up against the ropes in a kendo stick to the face. There are two broken kendo sticks now in the ring. I don't know what Sol Ruka's looking for here. Sol Ruka, the lowest overall in this match, by the way, kind of looking the most dominant. I'm telling you, Hobbs, the knee braces bring luck. Because you know who the other person I can think of who had a knee brace was? A man known as the Texas Rattlesnake. I can't think of anyone else, but that's not the point. If that's the only thing I can go off of, then my point is still secure. 3 stomps, a kick out. Aren't they always? This baby needs to be more chill. Is that what you said? Did something happen? I do also have the Lyra, Kyrie, and Solruka here qualifying for Money in the Bank. Solruka just waiting, tossing Lyra into the steps again. And again, just keeps throwing her into the steps. I think that might have been a Soul Snatcher. I'm not super familiar with Solruka's moveset, though. Yeah. For who, Zelina? I guess. Gotcha. Yeah, that's fair. That's fine, I guess. Husband and wife, yeah. My goodness. Lyra just dumping her on her head. Ladies, can you get back in the ring? Lyra with a huge drop kick. What was that? They are in the ring. You're good. Oh no.
A long 2.5 in the waning moment.
Okay. That was strange. Hold on, everyone. Join. Hello. Yeah, the stream's still up. That's why I'm confused. I'm wondering if it was. Yeah, I think it was you, actually. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, well. I know. I'm saying it might have been your internet, maybe? I'm hoping. Sorry about technical difficulties. There's a Soul Snatcher. Drop kick to Solruka. Targets Lyra instead. Now, if Kyrie wins this, this could be this could be a very interesting scenario if Kairi wins. Because currently Io is the champion. Asuka is facing her at SummerSlam. And so, technically, all three of them could potentially hold that belt in one night. If Io wins this and then wins Money in the Bank. Onto the chair. There's a neck breaker. Goes for the pin. While Kairi is taunting on the outside. Kairi not making the save, but Lyra thankfully kicking out on her own. Or I should say thankfully for Kairi's sake, but she just got her soul snatched. And Lyra is not going to capitalize on the woman who just got hit by a finisher. Lyra, oh my. I think that's Nightwings. Is that what that's called? But she hit it on the outside, and now she's looking for another one. Even though Kairi is approaching. Yep, Nightwing. Thank you, Corey Graves, for making sure I was correct. And gets hit with a spear from Kairi after that. And Kairi, even though both her women are down, both her opponents are down, still. Oh my gosh. Like, this has been a banger of a match, thankfully, after the stream crashed on the last one, apparently. But I wish they would pin someone already. Because technically, our share thing has been up for 2 hours, our party chat. To be fair, though, like 10 minutes of that was me having audio issues. What is this? Huge DDT by Kairi. Is this going to be a soul snatcher? Nope, just a drop kick. The stream is still up, thankfully. What is she looking for? Is this going to be a soul snatcher? Yep. Soul snatcher. Go for the pin, please. Before Lyra comes back in. 1, 2. Oh my gosh. How are these women still going? I don't get it. I just do not understand. I apologize that my streams always take so much longer now, Hops. The streams. Just because I have to restart them and over and over. Lyra on the outside, Solruka with a double stomp. You know, I probably should I need to check which internet's on, because there's 2 of them. Goes for the pin. And gets the win off of, I believe, a German, which I'm okay with at this point. They've been through a ton in this match. And Solruka, the winner, the underdog in this match too. just note this down. Solruka, Kyrie lost, and Lyra lost. Okay. They get a GOAT tier match. Now, next up, we have Thea Hale, Blair Davenport, and Stephanie Vaquer. Hoping to qualify for Money in the Bank as well, obviously. At this point, I think we might be okay, but I don't want to jinx anything yet. You know, I feel like we never saw this entrance. I wonder why. What was that? And here is Thea Hale, as energetic as a child. She, no, she was, no. I think she's 21 at this point. And finally, Stephanie Vaquer. Now, Hobbs, I would say, who do you think is going to win this match? And you might say it's an obvious choice. But at the same time, we've already had an upset from Solruka just now. So, Hobbs, who do you got? Going with Vaquer. That's kind of what I figured you would go with. But that was mostly because I felt like you probably wouldn't remember the others' names. Nope, you're already wrong. You're already wrong. You were close, but there's another line on that I. Or on that, there's one less line on that I. Because it's Hale. It's Thea Hale. Yes. So I meant to say there's one less line on that L. I do have the stream up on my phone just in case anything goes wrong. So I basically just have my phone right outside the corner of my eyes so that I can see it. Blair kicking Thea Hale while she's down. Oh no. Oh god. Just stomping her face into the mat constantly. You know, there can be a lot of face hitting the mat in this match. Between the stompings, the devil's kiss, there could be a lot of face into the mat. I still am sad that we don't have Booker T on commentary. It'd be funny if they just had him record that one line, or just took a snippet of it and just insert it into the game, and you just all of a sudden hear Booker T when she does it. It's like, Booker, the ghost of Booker T, even though he's not dead. My brain just thought of a really weird question, but I'm not going to ask it. Just at least on stream, I'm not going to ask it. I'll send it to you before I forget it, though. I know this is a weird question, Hobbs, so you might react kind of weirdly when you read it. Because I sent it to you in a question on Messenger. Okay. Because I'm like, it's a weird question to ask out loud. Huh? Because I'm looking at these three, I'm like, there's no way. There's no way they're all that way. Like, I'm looking at Blair, I'm like, no way. No, that one's correct. But like Blair Davenport's are like Blair's are about the size of Tony's, which is why I'm like, wait a minute. And like most of the time, it's kind of not super obvious. But I'm like, maybe I just haven't seen Blair enough, which is fair, because we didn't. Poor girl got released so quickly, or not quickly, but was used so little, and then released. It was sad. Blair with a Michinoku driver picks up the kendo stick. I have the pile of weapons that was over there, by the way. There's a bat, a kendo stick next to each other. Oh, misses the moonsault. Into a German into a pin. Also, I forgot to keep the stream up in the corner. Okay. Still fine, though. SVB. The Blair. But Thea's there to break it up this time. Fine. What's wrong? Super kick. Okay. So nervous. The stream crashing once makes me not nervous, anxious. I'm assuming Hobb is laughing at something his baby or his wife is doing. Okay. And there's the I can't think of what it's called. The Kimura lock from Thea, by the way. I forgot she had that. They're like, oh, Brock's no longer around. We need someone to do a Kimura. Let's have the smallest girl do it. Stream's still fine. Thank gosh. Anxiety. Blair's a 76 and Stephanie Vicaire is like an 82. But my women's division is pretty small. To be fair. That's fine. I figured you already did. I thought you already had done that, so. That's fair. No, my division is small because you took two of the ones I normally use. And you haven't used them. Oh my gosh. No. No, I would not have. Mostly because it feels unfair to you at that point. Oh no. Hold on. I think it might have just crashed. Nope, it's good. It's good. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that, folks. Just need to make sure. And I do say folks because earlier I did have 8 people in here, apparently. It looks like. But it's fine. It's just leaping a little bit, which is annoying. It was for me. Maybe it wasn't for you, so. But, like, the stream's up. Well, that's good at least. At least the stream's clear quality. And there's a chair to the back of the hail. And now looking for the SVB, even though Blair is still... Never mind, not looking for the SVB. Looking for an armbar? Kimura, maybe? A reverse Kimura? There's a Shining Wizard. Is that an... 1, 2... Oh my gosh. Blair Davenport with the upset. Like, I won't lie. I'm okay with this. It's just... What was that? Bruh, you can't say that. She's not Corella DeVille. Get out of here. And the final match of the night is Drew versus Randy versus Ilya. Does the baby have the controller? Buttons were being pressed, and then the thing was moving. I'm like, oh, baby has controller. Here we go. Drew Randy, and Ilya. Not for the last men's spot, but for the second to last men's spot. Oh, baby's upset. Baby's upset. I heard the baby upset. Three amazing wrestlers. Hobbs is dealing with baby, but gosh dang it. I was gonna say, who is your pick in this match, Hobbs? I assume it's That's what I was gonna say. Assume it's Drew after what you just said. I can't remember. Was DM hung from the mutiny story? Or was that from real life thing? It was real life, right? And the ref once again is in the way. Thank you. Randy getting thrown out of the ring. The stream is still up, yeah. So you didn't hear the question? The question was DM hung from the mutiny storyline? Or was that from real life? Okay, that's what I thought. But you understand why I had to ask, because I'm like, that's totally something that could have been said in the mutiny story. There's a neckbreaker from Drew. So it's the next DLC, I think, that you have a number of people in, I think. Because you have Penta, I know that. I think... I don't know if that's this month or next month. Yeah, I know, I ignored you on that one. No, I don't, they're not. I can't. GK 25 DLC. The next release date is July 23rd, so it's this month. And you get a little bit of a boost to your women's division from it. Because you get Jordan Grace. You also get Penta from that one, so good on you for that one. And then who cares about the other three? Like, I care more. I'm actually very much surprised that I think I've mentioned this before, that they put New Jack in a game. Wasn't that the man who like murdered a guy? There's that uppercut from Ilya, not enough, because Randy breaks it up. What was that? Alright, well, I don't know what you said, but that's okay. You know, I considered just making my Money in the Bank 5 men, but I was like, no, I think that's a horrible idea. Because then one person's always free to get the... Drew went for the Glock's got Kess there. Yeah. Uh-oh. Please do. Never mind, it just unfroze. Drew tosses Randy into the corner. Now, I will say, I kind of did implement my own storylines into this, by the way. Because if you remember, Drew beat Ilya in a one-on-one to go to WrestleMania. So, Ilya and Drew both main evented WrestleMania Night 2 against then-champion Roman Reigns, who is SummerSlam #1 contender for Hobbs. There's the angle slam from Randy. You have. You drafted him. That was completely your choice. You did try to get Jay with him, but I think at the time we were far enough away that I could say no comfortably. Again. Never mind. Every time I say that, it unfreezes. I just don't know how much of it was frozen for is the issue. Like, did it just do a cut? I don't know either. I'm hoping in a few weeks it'll get better. Because it'll be summer session. Half the students aren't here. Because that's the thing. If you remember back in like winter, like for the few weeks that I had it on my own, but then people came back for the semester. This semester, oh no. Kind of. It just told me poor connection quality, broadcasting only mic audio. Do I really have to cut this stream into 3 just because of this? Alright, everyone, I'll be right back for the last part of the stream, I guess.